clear voice, say along with us.
Hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. Smoke weed every day.
Oh yeah.
The people that are watching are going to learn. The man them in the room now can pick your brain directly and make a connection.
So you're on there. He's already listed. He's already on there. Look, that's what he already got on the Bible one time.
You see what I'm saying?
Nice.
Okay,
So
one time.
let's okay.
So yes.
let's move over here, and I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors and just the location that we're at over here. Big up to the Youngsterdam Lounge over here at 529 Young Street. Come over here. It's open over here from 11 to 9 p.m. every day. You know, get your food on. You know, we getting.
You want to slide through with your side thing or your main thing? You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? So,
you know what I'm saying? Have a little lunch date. You know, smoke a blunt, eat some food, drop her back at work.
So make your way down here.
Both are welcome. You know, your main thing or your side thing. Just don't get caught. That's all I'm saying.
So make your way down here. You know what I mean? You know, book us. You know, book down for events and stuff like that. If you want to get it for sports events, you know what I mean, music events, anything like that. There's a phone number. Links are in the bio and links are in the descriptions for the videos as well as the audios. So
for sure,
Greezy Dex.
Yeah.
Yes, the man of the hour.
So before we even get into the question that I have to ask you here, we have to ask you here. Who do you have here with you? And let's get an introduction. Let's start from my right here over here.
Squad right now.
Yeah.
So,
Winning team.
You know, I've known this guy since I was 8 years old.
Introduce yourself first.
I'm Rashad, aka Screwface Films, aka, you know, this is like my brother right here. You see what I'm saying?
All right.
So like everything, well, we grew up together, right? So like as I started my little film thing, what I'm doing now, like it's really through what he was doing with my people, like making music and all that back in the day.
Okay.
Not that far back in the day, but
Yeah.
you know.
We definitely need the pack, you know. We demonstrate leadership.
Nice.
That's how we move. Because like, we're not trying to be no followers. You know what I mean? To follow what's going on. We stick to our own lane and do what needs to be done. You know?
Seen.
Sure.
And you, sir, here over here.
I'm Dimitri, aka Apostles Films.
Okay.
So yeah, basically I met Greezy through Rashad.
Okay.
We were at film school, and he always played Greasy's tracks, and I thought like this guy was like popping, and like I was like, yo, like send me some of his songs, and then he's like, oh no, you could just meet him. We're gonna be able to play today. And I was like, oh damn. So
Nice.
yeah, I met Greezy, and then we just all started working together, and yeah,
Nice.
they said it all. So
It's been history.
yeah,
Facts.
been history.
So, Greezy.
Yeah, man.
First rap name. That's the question I always like to ask. What's your first rap name? Is Greezy your first rap name, or what's the one before that?
The one before that was just Dex.
Just Dex.
Yeah.
Dex.
Okay, we're gonna get into something about that later.
Facts.
All right.
Yeah.
See you like Dexter's Lab.
I mean, it's a special occasion tonight. I came straight from the lab, you know what I mean? Like, all they do is stay in that laboratory, cook up.
Sick, nice.
Nice. So, and I have a weird question, okay? Because I've been listening to your music. I listen to the way you have like the new sounds, but your approach is different. Are you a Cudi Kanye baby?
Cudi, Kanye, baby. What's the definition of that to you?
Well, Kid Cudi, Kanye, those guys were very influential of rappers being themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I see that in you, or I hear that in the rhymes and stuff. Like, you're not like pushing the same envelope that everybody else is pushing.
Yeah, like the one
You know what
track
it
was
is?
I got
'Cause,
fired
like,
from my job.
I
Yeah.
feel like I just gotta be original and distinguish myself from everybody else, because like I'm not trying to do a track and then someone says, yeah, that sounds like this guy, or this sounds like that guy.
Yeah.
But
that.
the certain topics that I choose to touch on is certain things that anybody can relate to, but at the same time it's like, you know, it's something that is different. It's like I rather just stand out rather than try and
Blend in.
follow what's going on.
Yeah.
But, you know, at the same time I try to keep the sound a bit to what's relevant. You know what I mean? Make sure it's still hot though.
Yeah. Like the background, the beat itself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The production, like, you know, and then I mix everything myself.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
I have a
good.
studio,
that's very good.
Studio in my crib, you know what I mean? So
In your bedroom.
Yeah, in my bedroom, for real.
Yeah.
And you know what's
Nothing wrong
crazy
with that.
about that song? Like, a lot of people don't really understand. Like, it's deeper than that even, because like the whole beginning started in my young boy. You know, he's locked up, free G man. But you know, in his fucking bedroom, them had a like desktop computer with like a little. First man, we're recording on the computer mic. You see what I'm saying? Like with a sock over it type shit, like trying to like filter out the you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, the pop stoppers and whatnot.
So it's like
you have to get the Apex going in though.
Facts. Upgraded from that.
Always cooking up tracks on the Apex mic.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then you know what I mean? Like I've been doing that. But back in those times I was doing my thing with G Man, and like it was Dex and Grimy. You got a little duo going on because he was like my broski growing up. You know what I'm saying? He was just like 4 years younger than me, but like him being around the man, them like we're all older than him, so he's growing up way faster than the average kid.
Right.
You know what I mean? So definitely free G man. You know what I mean?
Free G man.
Freedom is a must. Free up all the man them.
Yeah, free up everybody who's locked up, man.
Free up all the dogs, man.
All the dogs, man.
Well, yeah, we definitely were doing our thing from like young. You know what I mean? Like 16, I started rapping.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I definitely been doing this thing for a minute and been dedicated, trying to stay consistently doing music just because it's my passion. Like I love to do it, right? So
nice. And even before, like, so 16 is when you started rapping,
16
right?
was when me and G-Man were rocking and doing our thing. You know, we put out like a mixtape. That's like when we first came out. Had like, you know, our tracks on Facebook. Just before we even did any videos, you know. And then one day we just did our first track. It was like our first banger that everybody was really feeling.
Yeah.
That's D&G. So everybody's on some space wave shit because, you know, I made the hook. Because boom, I moved to Vaughan. I was, you know, I'm from B-Town, but I moved to Vaughan now. Okay. But I was still coming back to the hood every weekend.
Right.
Check G-Man, boom, making tracks. I'm coming back with some hooks and some shit. We're just cooking up all day.
Yeah.
From there, we just kept it pushing. We're like, we, you know, we grew up because I was a bit older. He was still, you know, he still had to grow up and realize certain things for himself, right? So we definitely we weren't that close for a couple of years, but then we got closer again.
Yeah.
And we started making a couple more records. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then, you know, shit got crazy, and then he did, you know, so, you know,
got some shit in the vault.
You know, we just been cooking up for a minute.
Nice. And
stay tuned.
At that time before,
shit's not a joke.
What were you listening to in your headphones that got you and said, you know what?
What makes you want to rap?
I want to fucking rap. I want to be better than that motherfucker even.
You know what it was like when I first got introduced to the idea of making music. Like I was chilling with my blood cousins. Like I always go over obviously to my aunt's house, kick with, you know, my cousins. Boom. I'm over there one day and they're literally just cooked, like they're making a track on the computer, and I walked in type thing. I'm like, yo, what you guys doing? They're like, yo, we're making a track. I'm like, what? Say word. And I'm just taking in what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? But then the idea stuck with me from there. And that was before I even linked up with G-Man, because like really and truly I was making songs with a computer mic at my cousin's crib. Like a 1-2, you know, first tryout to try to do a song, see how it comes out type shit.
Yeah.
You know? But then when I linked up with G-Man, because we live in the same block, you know what I mean? Go over to his crib and he has the Apex. So I'm like, okay, he has the little M box. You know what I mean? He has a 1-2, so boom. We just start cooking up from there, put our tracks on Facebook, start pushing on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what were you listening to in your headphones?
What I was listening to was like a lot. Like growing up, like because I'm 93 baby, right? So like I grew up to a lot of like everything, like from Biggie, Tupac, Jay-Z. But then growing up, I had a lot of influences from down south, like, you know what I mean, the T.I., Jeezy, and Gucci. You know what I mean? So like definitely everybody I was listening to, because like whatever was being played, everything was always around me anyway, regarding the music, and I was listening, because like I'm like, yeah, so what's the new tracks? Even just going like shit, like going to sleep with the radio on, see what the hottest songs are. Boom. Yeah. Because back in those times, Flow 93.5 was actually popping.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So that's when I'm listening and I'm hearing people like Keisha Shante.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Chaos. Drake back in the day when nobody knew who he was.
Yeah. Placement girl Drake.
You know what I mean?
That type of shit.
Even just paying homage to the people who came before.
You know,
yeah.
Who did that song? Drake.
Yeah. Nice.
I remember I did. There was a girl. What was her name? She did a song with Drake. I Need a Gentleman. Jenna G.
Oh, I remember that track. That's a big tune.
That's a
from
big
back
tune.
then. Yeah. Oh, for sure.
You know,
Okay.
I actually met Keisha Shantae. Like, it was crazy.
That's
I was
big.
like 18 in high school in Blonde. See what I'm saying?
Oh,
And,
nice.
I just remember I put
still
out
got
my
the
first
last
mixtape, something Greezy.
Okay.
Crazy.
See what I'm saying? And then from that point, I was handing out copies or whatever. But I went to the principal one day after school, and I'm like, yo, like, I'm trying to meet Keisha Shantae because, you know, I seen the poster. I'm like, what? That's my baby. I'm right. I'm following him. Like, you didn't give my mixtape. So, facts. I just, you know, I lined that up. He's like, yeah, I'll deal with that. You know what I mean?
Principal.
Yeah, principal. Nice. So she came through now. There's like a little school assembly. All the students are there now in the little cafe or whatever. She follows down there. There's this guy that's like a part of the label now, and he's like an A&R, and he's giving him pretty much like his motivational speech to how he made it and how he got his foot in the door.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So from that, I was able to network with him after and Keisha Shantae. The principal lined up, boom, a little area where I could just go and take a picture with her.
Nice.
And everybody's there like, yo, this guy taking a picture of Keisha Shantae, what the fuck? And boom, gave her my mixtape. I met her, gave her a hug, you know what I mean? Like, she was definitely the first person that I met that was actually like of the industry.
Yeah.
So just being 18, young, just like trying to be eager, I already had that mentality of, yo, I gotta do this, gotta do
be in
that.
certain places.
I gotta, you know what I mean?
Help the bug right there.
And I already had my mixtape put together, so the whole time I'm there with G-Man cooking up songs and shit, boom. I just ended up having my first mixtape because, you know, I just ended up wanting to take it really serious. So from there, that's how we really got started, and then those are also my influences.
Okay.
It's good, man.
Yo,
That's deep.
McCarty Court.
Yeah, I'm McCarty Court. See what I'm saying?
That's where we grew up, man.
Like,
Like,
block right there.
facts. That's like Brampton, you know, like
Merchie.
real shit.
Yeah. I did my little Googles because I'm a downtown guy.
Yeah.
I'm like,
One thing I can tell you about my block is all the realest niggas know about my block.
It's actually, you want me to tell you some real shit? Like,
always.
it's one of these things where it's like, yo, I'm not even from this country, you know? Like, I'm from the States and I came here and everything I see is new to me.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
So everybody I see who says they're from a place, I believe them, or, you get what I'm saying? So me, I grew up around a lot of people who ain't even from Brampton. You see what I'm saying? They moved here, and it was at that time where we were all kids.
Yeah.
And my Dukes knows their Dukes, and I'm not even just talking like a 1-2 man. I'm talking like
Well, my dad owned a
dozens of
business
people who all moved.
Yeah.
the same
Jamaican.
time.
Very heavy Jamaican.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yo,
You know what I mean?
it's
I
a,
was
it's
there. I
a,
used
it's
to
a
go
big
visit my
yachty
dad up there.
Caribbean community kind of thing, like at that time.
Nice.
And that's when I met him, you know what I mean? Like,
So in the block,
over there.
In the summertime, it gets live. It's like we used to have bare block parties going on.
Okay.
Everybody from the B's is followed in, but everybody knows everybody, so everybody's, you know,
Yeah.
somebody from the dot or from somewhere from this or that. So people still slide and it was live. You know what I'm saying? But then shit got crazy, just hot. You know what I mean? Everybody's just doing their thing. You know what I mean? So it's not like how it is back in the day anymore, but it's definitely everybody would still know what's going on, because, you know.
So what about
Yeah,
you at the
recognize
end,
them.
my friend? You film.
Yeah.
You just do the visuals, like that's.
Yeah. I do visuals, but you know, we're pretty much here to also like capture everything. You know, like we're also working. They released a documentary that never shot by Shot.
Yeah.
No more Gimmicks documentary.
Shot a documentary last year around
we're
this
just trying
time.
to gather everything because what we want a lot of people to know as well is like there's great music being made, and like it's he's investing in himself constantly. He's always working on himself. We're all working on ourselves in the end to achieve like success. You know,
Okay.
I just think
and it's just
I just think it's crazy because, like, last year I said to myself, I'm like, nah, yo, I gotta go hard. Like, you know what I mean? I gotta go hard and go home. And I'm like, nah, fuck this. Like, even though I'm like struggling, still working my jobs, doing whatever I can to get my money, I'm still putting money aside to do my music because I care about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I didn't let anything stop me, so I just kept dropping bare videos, because, like, I come from a point where, like, people were listening to me in the beginning. It's not like they don't know who I am, but, like, there's a lot of talent in the city right now, and because like you were saying before, I take my music like a certain direction. It's like not everybody's gonna always gravitate towards that, but
Absolutely.
the people, if they take time to listen to the music,
Yeah.
and through that understand the type of person that I am, they'll realize that I'm not trying to portray myself like anybody. I'm just being myself.
Yeah.
Cause real facts though, we did grow up with some real street niggas, man. Like I don't have to
don't
lie,
have to name
bro.
names
You don't
or
have to
whatever.
name names. Like you know, I know people who's locked down life who I used to chill with every day. I got like you know what I
At
mean.
the end of the day,
It's
my
crazy.
story is
It's
a
a different
bit
life,
unique
man.
because like at the end of the day, my
Unique
bro's in the
story,
streets. See what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Yeah.
I have family that's in the streets, so like at the end of the day, like I knew from young not to even get involved in that.
Certain
'cause
things, yeah.
I'm not trying to follow in nobody's footsteps. I'm trying to create my own path. So
Yeah.
I was skateboarding. What? See what I'm saying? I was skateboarding. I was on my grind. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every day at the skate park, because you know what I mean. Across from the block, skate park.
Okay.
You know what I mean? In B-Town, there's a skate park called Chinkuzi. That's like right across from Grand Lee.
Yeah,
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Skating, going hard. So like, that's what my little getaway was. My first passion was before music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's why we used to
I
call
really
him
got a
decks.
chance to see both sides of what's really going
He
on.
used to break his decks all the time, bro. Come back to the block,
Yeah.
cheese.
That's where the name came from.
That's where the name came from.
So, okay, one thing I wanted to know also, even with that, to piggyback on that, you got the different lane that you're in. Do you find a hard time getting respect in this climate of the way music is? Because like everybody wants to hear like, you know, Molly Percocets or fucking I'm gonna shoot 10 of your fucking family members and fuck your girl.
Yeah.
Pop 18
That's about
bottles
16
last
bars. You know, all the check marks off the 16 bars are made once you.
Facts, bro. It's like
I'm
the
driving
common
this.
thing,
My
like-
chains are like this. I fuck not my girl. I fucked your girl.
And I fucked her
And her
mom,
friends.
her grandma, everybody there to say those.
But you're not
things,
covering
right?
those topics. You got songs like I lost my job. You know what I mean? In my bedroom, P's and Q's.
Yeah.
Right? They're all about
Sounds
yourself
like some 90s
and
shit.
just you know with different
I
like.
try to keep it about myself, but from a perspective where I'm trying to send a message and still show people that like this is something you can relate to. You don't have to listen to stuff that's necessarily showing you to do negative things.
Yeah,
I try to keep
yeah.
a lot of positive
Hey, I
vibes more times. See what I'm saying? But that's just who I am because like I like to really just reach out, and I know that I'm gonna be like a role model, and I currently am. You know what I mean? So like doing that, I gotta keep mind of what I'm saying too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
People are gonna listen to this and get influenced as well, just like how I can listen to something growing up and I got influenced.
I always encourage him to use your perspective, man. You grew up around the gutter and you decided from young like that you didn't want to go that path, and you inspired even me, like your homie. Like we were really there in the sandbox together, that type of shit. Like
Yeah.
and you know, through what he was doing, it made me realize, I don't have to do everything everybody else is doing. You see what I'm saying? I could make my own way, find another hustle, and get it the same way. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
get my record store and that type of shit. Like, this is he's inspiring, bro.
Yeah,
You know,
You know what I
listen,
mean? Me and him, we decided to put together a record label called Leadership Records. 'cause,
Okay.
like, we really want to demonstrate and find
That's
some
big.
leaders that could really like lead the industry in the future. Because we got like everybody doing their thing. And it's like it's great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Toronto's
why
hot
not
right
do
now,
something
man.
like
Facts.
that?
Big
where
right
we
now.
can just
but
link up,
it's not just Toronto.
you know what I mean?
There's a whole
Worldwide, like,
GTA
you never know.
around,
Well, I
like,
mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying.
No, I know what you mean.
The
though.
whole
I know what you
of
mean,
like
though. Facts.
Industry,
We consider
everything.
B-Town Toronto.
You know, I
They
For
only
people,
see Toronto.
for people, B-Town, that's considered Toronto.
yeah.
When you're
But
outside of
the rest the
Toronto,
world, everyone thinks anything
It's true,
is
man.
Toronto.
It's
true. Yeah,
If
it's
you
all
Windsor,
Toronto.
they think
It's
it's
true.
Toronto.
Yep.
But the
It's
thing
true.
is that
No one
at
even
the end
sees
of the
these
day,
little towns.
you know, and me, aside from the Bitcoin, I still am in the music industry. I've been in it for a very long time, you know, and Toronto's on fire right now. Like, there's nothing. I mean, nobody can do any wrong. Nobody can do any wrong right now in terms of, you know. My only problem is a lot of videos I'm seeing right now are the same repetitive kind of story. You know what I mean? They're in a hotel room, bouncing up and down, and there's no two gal.
I'll tell you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
One,
yeah.
two gal, and I'm just like,
That's
yo,
the
bro.
regular
same
storyline.
shit.
That's the regular
I mean, if that's
storyboard.
how it is, if that's really how it is,
That's the regular
I mean, if that's
storyboard.
really how it is,
I'll
that.
tell
But
you-
me
I'll tell you the
personally,
truth, every videographer, we want to tell a story. We actually force stories
Well, hold
upon
on.
clients, but it happens so much. Those random hotel rooms.
So
last
so,
minute
so
shit.
here's what I was saying, you know, and I was listening to the young man's story here, and you know what, I he reminds me of how when we were growing up in hip hop, you know, it was like there was a passion. I mean, some of us got caught up in the streets. I mean, I grew up I'm grew up in the 80s, 90s. You know what I mean? You guys all know those days. You know, crack came and all that stuff, and you know, we could tell the same story as Americans, but it was just different. It was just, you know, we had a smaller population, and we try to stay together as much as we can. But, you know, in between that, I skateboarded too, and I did all that stuff, and you know, I was called all kinds of names. But you see, that built who your character was, and that's what.
You know what it was? It was like me being able to go to the skate park and everybody knows me. Like, I used to have a name. They used to call me Fat Rasta. Little chubby, had little braids and shit like that.
Yeah.
It was good to even just go around there and everybody just show me the respect and the love, so that
The vibe is different.
Yeah.
when I started doing music now, you know what I mean, just hop on my board, go back to the park, see what I'm saying, hey look everybody, boom, put on CDs, see what I'm saying, and then they started catching on, they're like, so this is what you're doing, and then I just started shooting a video over there, boom, shoot a video there, live and direct came through my board and my director, boom, shoot a video, get them involved and really just demonstrating the culture, because like I feel like that's important too within music, just to display your culture and what you you know,
what you do.
like
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes, I was just
Facts. So you guys don't have any skate videos?
That's what I was gonna say.
I definitely have
He had some skate videos. There's the skate.
And I'm not saying like music video. I'm talking like skate videos where you're doing tricks and
all skate videos.
Yeah.
A couple.
I'll say this: when I did skate, I made you know, I used to skate with my homie. He used to make videos all the time for himself. So
Okay.
I used to always link up with him and go to skate spots and get footage.
Okay,
And
okay.
skate park across the street, get footage as well. You can actually look it up. It's on YouTube. I could probably send you the link after or something. But
We'll definitely look it up and
did
put it
one
in the-
part, and, you know, I did my thing.
That's
So
blessed.
what you do?
Yeah.
So okay, before we get into any more content, okay, let's cut off the live for a second. Let our live people get more when they
When they subscribe
on YouTube. Okay, I want to get their shits. Okay.
I'll give my people a little snippet. That's all they get.
First, how'd you score that Pusha T track?
You see, I just knew somebody who had the link. You know what I mean? To a few collabs, and I just, you know, went the smart way, did my paperwork with it.
This is what. Oh, sorry. This is what networking can do for you guys.
Because pretty much what it is like I linked up with a homie named Chris Brunette.
Okay.
He used to bring down a lot of these guys like Waka Flocka.
I know Chris Brunette. Yeah.
So through him, you know what I mean? Like that's how I got I purchased like 3 features. I got the one with Pusha T, that's bars. You know what I'm saying? And then the record I released last year, No Panties with August Alsina.
Nice.
That one hit heavy. That was like one that I really went on my dolos, handing out bear flyers. I went up to bear shotties in the malls and shit. See what I'm saying?
20K, no promotion, just hand-to-hand promotion, word-of-mouth promotion.
Every girl that asked
That
me,
type
you
of
know,
vibe.
August Alsina, like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's my baby daddy. I'm like, whoa, like they're really moving away from my son. So it was that easy for me to say, yeah. So boom, hear what? I'm dropping a new song with him on Valentine's Day. Look out for it. Boom,
That's a
here's
big
the
feature.
flyer.
Good.
And then boom. I
And
just
who's the
stepped
third
up
one?
tomorrow. And then the third one's Gucci.
Woo!
See what I'm saying?
Excuse
Gucci.
me.
This guy just coming out of stealth, coming out of stealth.
That's that vanilla coke.
Holy fam.
You already had smacked me.
So wait a minute.
with
I was
Pusha T.
on my little YouTube. What do you
Crate
call it?
digging.
Internet crate digging. I did not see I seen the Pusha T, but I didn't see those other two. Are those? I seen. You said you released the other one. Is the Gucci in the tuck or is that out?
Gucci's out.
Oh.
Gucci's out. It's on YouTube right now. It's like 8,000 views. He's been
Okay.
doing a 1-2
It's just the
numbers.
audio, just not the
Just
video.
audio, just audio.
Okay. Because I'm
Nah,
looking
there's
for
no video,
videos.
just the audio. Okay.
Famous decks. I was watching Six Wars because
Yeah.
we've had Six Wars on the show, or we've had him via
We
Skype.
had him via phone
Skype
interview.
phone.
We didn't
Right?
have him on the show, so.
And
Time out. Six Wars knows what it is already. He already knows he's a weirdo. See what I'm saying? But he's doing this thing. I don't hate
I'm gonna get into all of that. I'm not.
No, whatever.
Not even one of those.
That's
No,
what
yeah,
that's
that's
one of those.
what I leave it at.
Yeah, that's
He
fine.
is doing this thing.
That's fine. That's
doing
fine.
And you're entitled.
You're
to
entitled to
opinion.
your
Doing
opinion.
He knows me already.
Yeah.
Same way.
But
Okay,
on
so
that
anyways,
show,
go on.
I bring him up because that's where I found out about that whole Famous Dex beef that he had with you.
That's yeah.
So, can you give us a little bit more about what happened with that, and then, is that resolved now?
To be honest with me, it's not even that serious of an issue. But
Play it.
what it was literally a rap challenge. Like what I had done is last year I had made a diss track.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I heard about Famous Dex and I'm seeing he's doing his thing, and I was like, okay, like I felt like he was taking my image with the whole Dexter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I'm in the laboratory. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nobody else. But other than that, like I put out a diss track. I'm like, okay, I'm the real Dexter. So I said my piece on the record. You know what I'm saying? And then what I did is I went on Twitter now and started trolling his fans. I'm like, put out the link. Boom, new record. Famous Dex this.
Yeah.
Boom, and they're all his fans. I'm like, tell Famous Dex to accept my rap challenge. And I was doing that to like bare his fans. You know what I'm saying? So after I did that, the man blocked me on Twitter.
He blocked him. Facts. Like at this point,
now.
let me tell him the behind the scenes now. So, mind you, you guys have to understand. This is my homie, right?
Yeah,
so I'm
for
like,
sure,
yo, fam. I don't care about none of this weirdo rap beef shit, man. You see what I'm saying? Like we try to make bigger moves, right?
Yeah.
So until the man blocked him, I was like, I didn't even think of it. You know what I'm saying? But the man blocked him. It's like, I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. But he already put out the track at that point, so it's like, all right, let's see. You know, it's already out. He put it on his No More Gimmicks tape or whatever, and it's a good track. Like fuck, you know what I mean? Man never replied, and then boom, now you can say it.
Pretty much, I dropped the track now. I'm pushing it.
Mike's dead.
Yeah. So yeah, I dropped. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like I dropped the track. I was pushing it for a bit. You know what I'm saying? And then like he had said, he's like, yo, he got at me. He's like, yo, like why are you reaching? I'm like, yo, at the end of the day.
Wow.
Every time when I have an interview, they're gonna bring up his name anyway.
Yeah. So you might as well.
So I might as well do the record from now and issue the challenge to see what he's gonna say, and if he responds, then we can handle it and battle.
Yeah.
See which fans think who's the real Dexter.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my approach I was taking with it, and it wasn't anything more than that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But then I left the situation alone. I took down the song. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, like 9 months later, I got a call from him. He's like, yo, like, you never heard that track from Famous Dex? This guy's talking about your chain, cuz. I'm like, what's this guy talking about? He's talking about my chain. Is he stupid?
Pause. This is not a reach. You want to know why? Because we were at the Famous Dex show where he didn't show up. He was supposed to show up.
In Toronto.
On stage.
We're
on stage. Shout out Vision. You see what I'm saying? But long story short, he didn't pull up. He wasn't there.
Ooh.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Couldn't get across properly. Or
It's just one of those where I'm saying that because the song came out the day after that. Around that time frame.
Yeah, this is what happened. So he calls me. He's like, "Yo,
I remember
this guy just talked about your
went
chain."
On tour with them and all that.
Yeah,
but we're cool with Books and all that. So it was like
shout out to Books.
Yeah, shout out Books. Yeah,
Books is on this shit.
We need you on the show, Books.
Yeah,
See what I'm saying?
but yeah,
Real
definitely
shit.
like you know what I mean. Like I seen that 9 months later, Famous Dex is dropping a track called Bubblegum. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay. They showed me the video, and so I went and took it in. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Like, what's he gonna talk about? So certain things that he was talking about, it only made sense because you see what I'm saying. I have this chain on right here. It's like he's like, oh, like where you get your chain from? A bubblegum machine?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, what's this guy talking about?
Right.
See what I'm saying? Who do you have beef with right now?
Yeah.
Other than what I just issued to you, and you block me. But then 9 months later, you come around and you sneak this and make a video out of nowhere, and think that I'm not paying or that people aren't gonna pay attention.
Yeah. You struck a vein with him.
Right away, I was gonna go on the next beat and diss him, but then I was like, okay, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna go on his own beat and diss him. See what I'm saying? That's when I made the Bubblegum Rappers. Because at the end of the day, I was like, if you can't spit, then I don't want to hear the chatter. You know what I mean? Because like, all you want to do is talk about your money. But like at the end of the day, what lyrical content are you coming with in a battle if someone's trying to get at you?
Yeah.
You can't just rap about what you have.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And that's the approach I was taking with the battle. But he didn't respond, and that's obviously expected. But same ways, the song actually got around to a lot of people when Six Wars posted it. But initially, I came to Six Wars, and this is why I said he's a weirdo. But you know, I showed him, say, yo, like, you gotta do. I just came at him like, yo, post this, because like I knew what it was gonna be already. But then he's hitting me, and he's not being like neutral about it. He's like, yo, like, well, Famous Dex bump, so I don't know about this. You know what I mean? But at the time, he didn't know what was going on, and he didn't. So then when Apollo now for the people from Vibe 105.5, he got on the radio now and was talking about the whole situation, because when I was dropping the diss track now, the Bubblegum Rappers, he was like, yo, Dex, you're tripping, because I sent it to him now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm like, yo, what you saying? Like, talk about this. And then he was like, yo, Dex, you're tripping. You're like, don't even do this right now. Like, you're doing good for yourself. I was like, nah, fuck that. You know what I mean? But like, at the end of the day, like, where it is now, it's like I dropped the song. It did what it did. People heard it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's all I wanted it to be. Is compare the two. It's like, okay, he went on it, and then I went on the same beat. And I felt like I definitely, you know, had a better song.
Well, shit, man.
There you go.
Sometimes, you know,
friendly
some
competition
feathers
is needed.
And some feathers gotta get ruffled, bro.
On that note, I definitely had to swallow my pride in that situation. And shout out to Famous Dex, because he's doing his thing.
Yeah,
definitely.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Okay, well, even it brings me to one of my questions, even with that. You have this track, Love and Hate.
Yeah.
Okay? And you talk about being down by critics. What is one of the biggest criticisms that you get?
That I sing too much. What's the biggest critics I get, fam? Let's hear it.
All right, if you know hip hop, you know this voice, bro. You know this voice. Man, listen. You sing too much, nigga. Yo, I don't hear no deep punchlines in your shit, my nigga. Like, I don't.
Is that Cassidy?
Oh boy.
It's just. I'm just saying, like, the amount of people.
Or Lord Jamar?
That's it. Everybody. That's everybody. You see what I'm saying?
But at the same time, there's people that actually understand what I'm doing. And really see what's going on, and because, you know, they're not naive to just actually taking the chance to really just hear what I'm saying. Some people just overlook because they see a image and what I'm trying to do, and they just right off the bat don't agree.
Yeah.
Because they might see me with a skateboard in my hand, and I'm not in a trap house with a fucking Betty Crocker whip in my hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we stay cooking up in the lab though, so that's what it is. You know?
Last question I want to know.
Yeah.
What's going on with the next project? You got a next project coming up? You got something that you know, like a full body of work, like an album?
I got a lot of stuff still. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be sick still. I got a lot of stuff coming, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I don't even like to say it anymore. I rather just show people, you know what I mean? Because it's a new time. It's 2018. Like, I'm not even here to play no more, and they're gonna start seeing the
work's gonna speak for itself.
Yeah, they're
Plus
gonna really
50
see.
in the vault.
Yeah. I got a big catalog, and you know what I mean. Like, I got a lot of videos, projects, multiple, like, just chilling.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But definitely, I'm trying to just build on for the year. My goal is to just shoot as many videos as I can, because I'm at that stage where 2017 I was just in the lab making bare songs every day. Every day. So now it's about, okay, what are you gonna do with them? Singles, boom, come with some singles, shoot some high budget videos, boom, go hard. You know what I mean? But other than that, just I keep it to a minimum, because, you know, I got a lot of things that I want to do and plan out properly. So yeah,
you want to time release everything properly.
Yeah,
nice,
definitely.
Nice. Okay, one more off the head question. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know,
off the head. Okay.
Off the head. Who's your top 5 rappers?
Should have asked me who's top 5 skaters were.
Top 5 skaters.
Well, I feel like Lupe Fiasco might be in that.
For top 5 skaters, I'll say Antoine Dixon. Antoine Dixon, Nigel Houston, Terry Kennedy.
I'm going like I know any of these names.
Paul Rodriguez. What is that? 3, 4.
That's 4 right there.
And let's see.
I'm gonna say the generic names.
Nah, Stevie Williams.
Tony Hawk.
Stevie Williams, DGK. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You went exactly like 5 people other than Tony Hawk, because just like Herc said, the first name that came, I'm like, I know Tony Hawk. I know Tony Hawk. I can't wait for him to say Tony Hawk, and he said no Tony Hawk.
Buddy, what's his name? Lasky or something like that. I used to be into skating young when I was young, but like
Rob Deerdrick? No?
Yeah,
Rob
Rob
Deerdrick.
Nah, Rob Deerdrick is lit. He gets it in still. He goes hard.
Yo, he's got his boards. He's got his boards, his shoes. Yo, he's an entrepreneur. That guy.
Yeah.
Shout out all the entrepreneurs.
Right?
There's a skater from Brampton named Graham Patterson. He skates for blind, and you know.
Okay.
Big deal.
Okay.
Doing this thing.
Rappers.
Rappers. All right. I like right now. Like
It doesn't have to be like of all time. Just like
whatever.
right
Whatever.
now, all time. Like you could have one of your go-tos of all the time, and what you're fucking with right now.
Definitely Gucci.
Okay.
Gucci. Jay-Z.
Okay.
You can help him out if you want.
No, you know, I don't even, I'm just thinking right now because Busta Rhymes.
Okay.
I think that's the first time Busta Rhymes actually came up on this show.
Bust a bus.
I think so. I think it's the very first time.
Nah, Drake and Lil Wayne.
Okay. The top 5 is
Is
there.
Drake a rapper though?
Yes, a rapper.
Yeah.
Let's not get into that.
He spits bars though. I can't. I'm not saying it
Yo,
like
his last
That's
track-
a whole nother podcast to
I'm
get
saying
into.
it like is to say but fuck.
I got way too defensive about that.
We're not even doing that.
You push the button with Friday. You push the button with Friday.
Who's the stand?
Exactly. He's the
No,
step.
but we're in Toronto.
No,
We in Toronto. We in Toronto.
We all got love for him, man. Straight up.
What Drake has done in the city, for the city, in terms of right now, I don't think anybody realizes. At this point, everybody can get money off this music shit
Yeah, it's the internet.
because of how. No, but not just because of the internet. But
Well,
you know how
for
Toronto.
sure, bro.
You guys know how Toronto
Drake
was.
is
like,
the first
you guys know
guy
what I
from
mean.
Toronto that's
Okay.
really utilized the internet. Everybody knows that.
He's on the internet.
Yeah,
and we were-
he's utilizing that internet.
that's helped the whole city.
but we're not talking about that. We're talking about raps.
But I just started talking about that. But no, he can rap, bro. We're not even getting into that, bro. It's
If
just,
he said the man's in his top 5,
that's his top 5. Yeah,
Yo, Lau and Fridays definitely on top line right now.
Jeez,
definitely on
RB
cloud
can't
nine.
get a break these days. Diplomatic community, fuck it.
Yo, diplomatic community. He dropped that.
that shit was fire though.
He dropped that shit to
That
let
shit was
people
fire.
Even
know.
though that's my top 5, it's not to
Shit
say
was
that
fire.
it's a strong
You can't
influence.
hold
It could be bits and pieces of different artists. You never know, right?
Oh, for sure.
There's definitely
Yeah.
certain things that I feel like I see from different artists how they move that I take from, and I say definitely try to go for a sound like that, but other as well as making it my own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And within that, just trying to be relevant as possible, because that's the best thing in order
Okay.
to really get some sales going.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Nice.